Hello everyone, I'm Joey, and for those of you that are waiting for me to show up live at my normal time, 12:30 today, I'm sorry I'm late. It's just been one of those mornings. We had one of those days yesterday, kind of a long story. Car problems that multiplied upon car problems, anyway, etc., etc. But I made it. I'm here. I'm happy to be here. If you're watching on YouTube, you're watching a recording of a Facebook Live, so it's going to be a little chatty. If my people find me, hopefully they will. So let me just go ahead and get all my electronics here ready to go. I have to pull up my iPad right here to make sure I can see you, and there I am, so that's good. And I got to get my face in the picture, sorry about that. And then my laptop is where I actually see your comments. So let me get that going. I have to always refresh my page just so I can see you and you can see me. So there we go. So when you hop on, I would love for you to say hello. Let us know where you're from. Let us know how you're doing today. I'm always just happy to just chat with you and just share each other's lives. I know that that's important to me. That's the reason I do Facebook Live, for the connections I have with my friends that watch, and then hopefully make new connections with others that find me along the way. So let's go ahead and get started. I have a really cute gift box for you today. Do you ever need an idea for just a small something or other for coworkers or neighbors or family stocking stuffers, things like that? Well, I always have a need for those things, and so I'm going to share with you a box that I made up years ago for Bath and Body Works. Well, it works for Bath and Body Works little small creams that they sell at the holiday time, but you could put anything else in it that you want to. So I'm going to get my phone going here to go upside down so you can see what I'm making, and that means I'll go upside down, but you'll be right side up. So let me go ahead and bring this down. I'm looking kind of at my phone to see if it's fairly straight. Looks like it's not too bad. It's kind of crooked. Let's go this way a little bit. See if that's better. And I'll be adjusting it as it goes along. Hi Liz, welcome. So let me go. I think that'll be good. You're seeing kind of a lot of the mess next to my desk. Because my phone's a little higher. Let me bring my phone down just a touch, and then we'll see if that's a little bit better. There we go. That's good. All right, so today we're going to work with this stamp set called Snowy Wonder. It's on pages 32 and 33 in the mini catalog. If you don't have one of these catalogs and you'd like to, let me know and I will get one to you if you don't have a demonstrator. But we're going to make, as I said, we're going to make this cute little box. It's super easy, but this, well, I'll just show it to you as we go along. This is actually my November craft along suite of products that we're using. So I'll tell you more about that later, but let's go ahead and actually get started on this little box. So let me show you, well, before we do that, let me share with you the projects that we've already made this week in my Christmas series. So I'm grabbing here what we've done so far. So on Wednesday, the first day of the Christmas series, we made these 4 cards. This is my weekly class to go. If you're interested in getting the supplies for these cards, just go ahead and put in your order using this zip code for $45 or more, and you'll get the supplies for these cards, as well as 4 pieces of the Take a Bow Designer Series paper, 6x6. So I'll send all the patterns of that. There are 4 patterns in that group of Designer Series paper. Then yesterday, we did a Stamp-A-Stack. We did 8 cards, all in 1 hour of Facebook Live. These are the cards we made yesterday using the Peaceful Trees and the Christmas Labels and Bundle. Christmas Labels Bundle, Peaceful Evergreens. I said Peaceful Trees yesterday. It's Peaceful Evergreens. stamp set. And these are just two other colors of the versions of the same card. So that's what we did yesterday. That was day 2 of my Christmas series. And now today we're going to make a little box. Let me go ahead. I'm going to actually grab my scoring board because it's just easier to do it with that tool instead of my paper trimmer. Now I might not be able to get all of it in the screen. Hang on a second, let me grab it. So if you don't have a scoring tool, especially for boxes, if you like to do 3D, I'll try to get this centered so that it's in the camera. It might not be completely in the camera. We'll try to get it there. Hi Diane, and hi Kathy. Welcome you guys. Thanks so much for being here. So we're gonna score this at okay, so you probably want to know what size this is. So this is, hang on a second, I'm gonna need to bring up on my computer. I need to see exactly the dimensions so I don't tell you wrong. I'm pretty sure I know them by heart, but I'm afraid as soon as I say it, it won't be right, and I don't want to steer you wrong. So this is 6 3/4 by 6 1/2. And so we're going to go on the short side. We're going to go at 1. We're going to score at 1 inch. Then we're going to score at 2 3/4. Then 3 3/4. And then we're going to come on over to 5 1/2 over there. This is Pool Party cardstock. Then we're going to turn it. We're going to go at 1. And then we're just going to turn it all the way around and go at 1 again, like so. If you want the measurements for going straight across, it's going to be 1, and then it's going to be 5 3/4 this way. I think so. That should be right. Okay. That doesn't give you any confidence, does it? No, I know that that's right. I've made several of these. So let's go ahead and make the box first. Now I have made a couple of these boxes with other themes, with current products, and I'll show those to you in a minute because this is very versatile. Bath and Body Works has these small hand creams, I think pretty much year round, but of course during the holiday season they have flavors like Twisted Peppermint. So I had this idea in my brain for a couple of days actually, especially this morning I woke up with it, to use a peppermint themed, what do I want to say, just a peppermint theme for this box, because we had this peppermint, these little candy canes in the Snowy Wonder DSP. So that was on my mind. I kept thinking about peppermint, well, candy canes, and then this peppermint hand cream. So my only issue with it, which is why I didn't do it exactly this way before that I'm doing it today, is that this is pretty much like Berry Burst, and this is definitely Poppy Parade and Petal Pink. So in my mind, I was struggling with how am I going to use Poppy Parade in my design when these candy canes are not how am I going to use Poppy Parade when my hand cream is Berry Burst. All right, now we're just going to trim off these tabs completely, these corner tabs, like so. And I'm doing them at a little bit of an angle. Can you see that? It just makes it fold a little bit better. Hi, Christy. I'm so happy Diane's here. Donna, welcome. I'm so happy you guys found me today because it's not my regular time. I had planned on my regular time, but oh my goodness, you guys. So Steve hit a deer the night before last. It totaled our older car. We have a brand new car. Thank the Lord he wasn't driving that, because it's kind of a miracle that he didn't take it that night. Anyway, totaled the car. So we have also a truck that's in the shop plus our new car. So we thought, okay, well, we'll go down and get the truck last night. I promise I won't keep on this story forever. But anyway, so we go down to get the truck and the battery's dead. So the mechanic that we used to put in a new engine, he said, well, it's the battery. We thought, no, it really shouldn't be the battery because it's fairly new. Anyway, long story longer, he started it so we could get it back to Lincoln. Then AAA comes out and says that it's not the battery, it's an alternator. So they towed it to a local Chevrolet place here in town. And anyway, it's been a mess. So now we still don't have two cars. It's just been a lot. So that's enough of all those kinds of issues. We're going to just do stamping and just go on with life. So today we're actually going to go down and borrow. My sister-in-law has actually an extra car, so we're going to go down and get that today. But it was a lot of, organizing and getting stuff done. And anyway, sorry about that. That's why I'm late. There was just stuff to deal with. So these strips, let's get back to our project. These strips are, okay, I gotta look again. These strips are 7/8 inch. This one, you need two. So let me go back to that. So if you're cutting for this, you need two strips that are 7/8 of an inch. Those are obviously these two. And I am using glue today, just because this is a 3D project. This is something that I would make for a craft fair if I were doing craft fairs this year. I am not planning on doing anything. There is one the first week of December at our local YMCA. I'm in Lincoln, Nebraska. And I might do that one, but I haven't done any so far. But for craft fairs, or if you're mass producing a set of little gifts for friends, this is such an easy box, and it's really easy to do. And it holds something that you probably all are able to buy, because if you don't have a Bath and Body Works near you, you can buy online as well. So, and I don't know if they actually have this Twisted Peppermint right now this year. I'm guessing they do, but I did buy this one last year. I bought some pink and green ones, and they can't find my green ones, so we're going with pink. Okay, so you can see what this looks like. If you want to take a screenshot of this, this is what it looks like before we start folding up our box. So while you might be doing that, let me go ahead and let's do a little bit of stamping. So I'm kind of winging what we're doing right now. We'll do our box in a minute, but let me go ahead and let that glue dry really well, and I'll show you. Oh, Donna, yes, Steve's okay. Sorry, yeah, the most important part is that Steve is okay. The airbag's deployed, completely. So they all deployed, and that was a good thing. A very good thing. All right, now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to save my die cutting until we've got our stamping done. So let me get my brain organized here. Yes, so thankful Steve's okay. He was pretty achy yesterday. His neck ached, and he was just kind of achy, but that was all, at least so far. So, knock on wood, it won't develop into anything worse. But, sometimes car accidents actually do manifest their injuries later. So, we've talked about him seeing either our chiropractor or even our general practitioner. But anyway, he's good. We're fortunate that we are able to borrow a car from my sister-in-law. Even though we own two other vehicles, but only one is drivable right now, our new car. So grateful we have that. All right, so we're going to do this, and then let me pull out a little piece of black cardstock because we're going to make a little hat for our penguin. I've already done this little guy, so he's ready to go, but I have to do a little bit more die cutting. So I'm reaching in my scraps, and this is kind of a big one. We don't need this big. We're just going to die cut a little hat. So let's go ahead and just cut this with my scissors here. And so we need this. This we don't need to die cut. This we do. Just getting myself organized here. Then I'm going to my dies. These are the dies that are in this stamp set. And then so we're going to do some snowflakes. So we need a couple things here. Let me make a couple of cuts in this piece of glimmer paper. Now this is white glimmer paper. This is from the Old Olive Berry Burst and White Glimmer Paper. And that's how you have to put it in the search bar, because that's the name of it. So it's just the 3 colors of glimmer paper that you put in to find it. Now, I'll be sending the project sheet, which means I'll give you all the dimensions for this, and then I'll give you all the photos of the 3 different boxes I've made with this. Actually, this one will be the 4th one. So I'll have 4 photos for you if you are on my email list. Let's see, what am I doing? This is this. Now, this piece of cardstock is Pool Party that I have embossed in the falling. I always want to call this falling snow, and that's not what it is. But maybe one of my demonstrator friends knows the name of it, and if not, if they don't pop it in, I will look it up before I leave you today so that you know what it's called. I usually have the project sheet or the PDF tutorial done before the video, but today I don't. I probably really should have put this off till next week, but I've got more projects for next week and I didn't want to get behind. So here I am, warts and all today. All right, let's go ahead, and I think everything is ready to be die cut. It's for the heart, and we need snowflakes. So let me get out my die cutting machine. So Christy says she's got 82 degrees today. Wow, Christy, that's amazing. We have, I don't know, it's in the 50s, I think. Christy lives in Salem. I think she probably put that in her comments. So we're going to put this strip of snow aside for a snowbank, but we're going to go ahead and cut some glittery snowflakes. And then we're going to cut our base of our snow globe. We're making a snow globe if that wasn't obvious yet. So we're gonna I'm gonna put that down far enough that hopefully I can get actually a second one cut out of there. Then we do have these tiny dies. If you're not a person that likes to deal with tiny things, let me see if this is, not sure that's quite right. I'm having to spin this because I'm not 100% sure. That looks better. I think that one is right. If you're not a person that likes to deal with tiny things, you might need to just do the stamping for this stamp set. If you are a person that likes to build little scenes on your cards and your 3D projects, this is for you. Okay, I might not have put my holly far enough away to get the holly cut. Darn it. Well, we can stamp another one quick here if this one doesn't work. No, it's not going to work. It's just off enough. So hang on. I think we can remedy this fairly quickly. I just got to grab my holly leaf again. Hi, Kim. Liz looked it up. So it's Snowflake Sky. I don't know. I think we used to have one called Falling Snow. But this one is Snowflake Sky. I really, really, really like it. There we go. It's really perfect for this stamp set. Let me go ahead now. Let's try this. This will be better. And then I'll grab some Post-it tape. That's what I'm using. I get this from Amazon. Just called Post-it Labeling and Cover-Up Tape. And it comes in really handy, especially for these tiny dies that you don't want to move. Now those guys don't need tape. And we also need our black for our little top hat. So let me get the top hat. Here's the top hat. And I think, I'm looking at my sample, I think this is all we need for this. Yeah, well, this is what we're going to do now. And then I think I'll die cut one more thing. Actually, what I'm doing is I'm winging this, in case you couldn't tell. I have one done with this bundle, but I just thought it's just, I'm not a big minutia person, but sometimes it's worth it. But uh-oh, what happened here? Do we have a hat? Oh my gosh, this moved. We need to recut our hat. All right, we'll do that. Let's go ahead. I'm just going to pull out these snowflakes. Now, before I lose them, I'm going to just right away put them on my mini glue dots, and then I know where they are because they're pretty tiny. This one is a bigger one, so there's one of those, and then there's two dies that cut out really tiny. Let me just kind of get a little bit organized here. I don't want to move this too much because I just don't want to lose these little snowflakes. And then there's two like this. So let me grab, well, this must have moved too. Goodness gracious. Let's see. All right, here's one tiny snowflake. Well, apparently I should have taped down everything, but that's all right. We'll get her done. And then let's see what we've got here. So this, yeah, those are just partial snowflakes. So I do have two here. So it looks like they're complete. Yeah, they are. So there's two of those. Let's go ahead and get those stuck on our mini glue dots so we don't lose them. I find this is a good thing to help me not lose tiny bits if right away I just stick them right on my mini glue dots. So that's what we're doing there. Then we've got our base for our snow globe. Then we've got, looks like these guys came out just perfect. So we've got our berries. I think I'll stick those down here too as well. And I'm going to do the same with our holly. Pulling these off. And then we'll do one more pass to redo our little hat. So this is how I'm holding on to these so I don't lose them. So we're going to put these back on our magnetic sheet so we don't lose them. And then let's go with, see, as I said, these are tiny. So you do have to be a little bit careful with this one as well. Just pulling up all these little dies and this one as well. Now we know we need one more set of snowflakes. So we'll pull that up. Okay, so I'll do that. Then we'll go back to our little hat and our little scrap of black. Elizabeth, good tip on the small items on the mini glue dots so as not to lose them. Thanks, Liz. Okay, yes, all right. Oh, that's a good point, Liz. And I know exactly what you're saying, and I'm going to talk about that. Okay. I had a plan to talk about that as well. Because what Liz is saying, for those of you who can't see the comments or you're maybe watching on YouTube, she's saying even though these are tiny stamps, would it be more helpful to to die cut the shapes first, and then I want to just be careful here so I don't lose these, and then do the stamping. And I'm going to show you what I did do earlier that goes to her very point. So hang on a second while I pull these guys out so we don't lose them. It is really easy, and I know some of you probably can identify that, to lose. This is a magnetic thing I buy from a place called Stampin Storage. There are other magnetic types of materials that you can buy from the hardware store that will also work. I just haven't done that because this is just a little bit easier for me to just order. But I think you can find some less expensive options at the hardware store. Now, same thing with the hat. We're going to have all our little bits stuck on a mini glue dot. Even though we might be mounting some of these on a mini dimensional, this way we don't lose them. So there you go. So to Liz's point, exactly what I was talking about earlier. So this is how I did this to get ready for this. And actually now I'm already missing a candy cane that I actually need for this. So we might just put that in there. But that's where it was. And then I cut two of them. So this is a double layer. So I've got my little penguin, of which I've already stamped one of those. And then two snowmen, because I wasn't quite sure what I was going to use. I love this little tree, the snowflake. So what I did to start with is I just took out 2 pieces of basic white and I die cut my images. And then what Liz is saying is, then why don't we just stamp these after we've die cut them? Now, because they're photopolymer, it makes it easier. Since we're going to stamp on basic white, let me find our little candy cane. We need to be able to see it better, so it is helpful to go ahead and, I don't want to lose this guy, so I'm going to put him right where I know where he is. It is helpful to put him on a darker color of cardstock. So anything that's darker than white. It is harder to do this if you are trying to do white on white. So now I'm going, I don't know how well you can see this, but I'm just finding that shape of the candy cane in the, through the photopolymer. Now that's not the best I've ever done. I think I can do better. I have another one here, so let's give it a try. And, you know, it's not the end of the world if I don't get it perfect. The teenier ones are the harder ones, but like the little house and the penguin, they would be super easy. See if I do better this time. Yeah, I did a little better that time, so we'll use that one. For me, in general, it is much easier and much less time consuming to double cut everything. Okay, let's start that again. To die cut 2 of my shapes and then stamp. So that's what happened with my penguin, and he came out really well. So I got him stamped really well. And that's what Liz was trying to share with us. All right, let's go ahead and color our candy canes, since the candy canes were the whole point of this whole project. And I'll show you my first go around with the Snowy Wonder, and then what we're going to change on it, which is what we're doing right now. Okay, so now I'm going to also put this on our row of mini glue dot images and details for our cards. I'm going to just put this on there. I did want to die cut actually one more thing that I didn't think about. We're going to put some snow on this guy. So in our snow globe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this, well, let me see. This is going to be pretty, I don't want this very tall. What I'm saying is I don't want my snowbank very tall. So I'm going to kind of just cut up and down a little bit, and then maybe like so, and then back down. Now, that's not critical to what we're doing. Then we're going to put it, because we can change it if we need to. I'm going to grab this is what we're going to do. We're going to glue this down like this, but actually, before we do that, let's do some stamping of snowflakes. So there's these little tiny snowflakes. I'm going to grab my pool party. Oh, thanks, Liz. I'm glad you're getting good tips. That makes me feel good because you, my friend, are a very experienced and fabulous stamper. I'm going to grab some scrap paper. And I'm going to actually stamp off these little snowflakes because I want them to be, and again, you might not even be able to see these very well, but in person, they don't fight with then my images that are going to go in front of them. I did try this. Well, I'll show you my first try this morning. This is so busy, which is why I'm redoing it. But now these are full strength pool party. And I don't know, I just made the decision I was going to stamp them off. I don't think it would be terrible to stamp them full strength, but we'll see. We'll see at the end if you think we should have stamped them full strength. Anyway, less is usually more when you're doing a background stamp, but of course I did more is more, and we'll see how we like it. All right, so now we're going to go back to our strip of glimmer paper, which we just made. And I'm going to, let's see, hang on a second. Let's find our base of our snow globe. I might have done this wrong. Well, not wrong, but I maybe should have die cut my snow. Does that make sense? We're going to make this work. I'm going to go ahead and, what I'm saying is I maybe should have die cut my original strip of glimmer paper with the snow globe itself. Let's go up a ways here. This is a little putsy, I know. It's less putsy than my original one though, so I made a change. Okay, there we go. That's good. Then let's just trim this off to match. Let's go from the back. I know it might be hard to see, but I'm just trimming it off with the side of the snow globe like that. There we go. Okay. Now that's done. Now we're going to use glue on this. Traditionally, in general, paper does not like to stick to glimmer paper. So I am going to use glue at the top of my pool party piece right here. So I know liquid glue takes longer to dry, but it's pretty foolproof as far as not letting your projects come apart. Okay, so let's grab this. I haven't even looked at my sample. I might not even be doing this the way I want it to do it. Yeah, I think I am. Okay, let's grab this little guy. And I just want to make sure I'm covering the very bottom of the glimmer paper, like so. So there's our little snow globe, basically. Then we're ready to decorate all of this. We do need to do just a tiny bit of coloring on our penguin here. I'm going to grab, I'm looking through my markers here and I'm just trying to grab pumpkin pie because I forgot to get it out. So let's go ahead and do his little feet. This is an alcohol marker. We call them blends markers. They come in sets of 2, a light one and a dark one, and this one is called pumpkin pie. So we've got that done, and now I think we're actually ready to pull out some of our little bits that we've already die cut and start building our little, here, we can do this, kind of get that less cumbersome. Then we're going to, let's put a hat on this guy first. So I do have, well, no, let's not do that yet. Let's go ahead and get him, nope, let's not do that. I'm looking at my sample. Let's go ahead and get some snowflakes down. How about that? Get some snowflakes down. We've got quite a few now because we have one extra. But these little snowflakes, so if you cut, you know, those 2 little dies, they each make 2. So if you cut those at the same time, you've got 4, obviously. And then since the one didn't cut and I cut more, I have 5. I don't know if we'll use all those or not. I'm kind of not sticking these down too far because we are going to create this little scene and I want everything to show. So that's why I'm doing it like that. Now, I am going to go ahead and stick down my little penguin. This is a super fun set because there's so many images in it. And I'll show you some cards I made with it before we go today. But let me get this guy stuck down. So I'm just using a Stampin' Dimensional here on him. And since I want him standing in the snow, so I'm going to put him front and center because he's the star today. Put him front and center. Then we want his hat. So the reason I wanted to wait on his hat and not actually stick it to him is because I'm going to take a mini glue dot. That is, if I can find them. Every time I reach for my oh gosh, every time I reach for dimensionals, I grab the mini ones, and of course now they are nowhere to be seen. This is typical of Facebook Live. Things just disappear on my desk. All right, we're gonna, you know what? Oh, I think I have another choice. We have black ones here. I forgot about those. We do sell black dimensionals. When you order them, they come in 1 pack of the minis, which you're seeing right now, and then 1 pack of the regular size. I mean, 1 sheet. They both come in 1 package. So I'm going to peel this off. Then we're going to just stick this little hat up here. And I'm going to kind of put it off to the side like that. I think it's kind of cute. All right, then let's go ahead and... Now for this holly leaf, I'm going to go back to my strip of mini glue dots. And I'm going to, for this one, I'm going to put a mini glue dot on the front of it. So I'm going to turn this over like so. And then we've got our little berries here. And I'm going to kind of stick these berries down like so. Oh, Liz, so how was I reading your mind, Liz? What, you mean putting my snowflakes down first, or which? Oh, black, are you talking about black dimensionals? I didn't look up soon enough, so I'm not quite sure what you are referring to, my friend. Okay, let me grab another mini glue dot, and we'll do the holly. Actually, I don't want a dimensional right on top of that one, so I'm going to try and just put this little one right next to his hat instead of right on the holly, because sometimes it's harder to position your little bits. Okay, so there's our cute little snowman. Now this hat one is lifting up over here, so I'm going to take this dimensional and I'm going to try and sneak that down there. I know you probably can't see it very well, but I'm going to try and sneak that down there so it doesn't. I don't want his hat sticking up straight like that. There we go. Now it's straight on his head. It just bugs me. I need things to be not flying in the air. If you've watched me before, you know that I don't like things flying in the air. Okay, so there's that. We're going to finish this whole guy first before we put the rest of our box together. So now I'm going to grab some of the real red and white baker's twine. We don't need that anymore. Black dimensionals. Okay, good. Liz was talking about she was saying to me black dimensionals, but since I can't hear her speaking out loud, she's saying I read her mind. All right, let's go ahead and grab our trim. And we're going to stick this bow down with a mini glue dot. And we're going to put it here at the bottom of our snow globe, like right here. Like so. All right, now he's all ready to go on our box. So let's finish assembling our box. I'm going to set that aside. And I'm going to get our box back out here. Now, for this is what we did earlier. If you're just joining now, this is how we cut our box earlier. And then we're just going to fold this part where we cut off the corners. We're going to fold that back. And then we're going to tape these guys down like this. So we're going to use glue again because, again, for your 3D projects, you want to go ahead and venture into the messy world of glue because it holds like no other. So it'll be good practice for you if you're not one that loves to work with glue. Just the trick is don't use too much and don't get it close to the edges. Otherwise, then you do get it all over everything. All right, now I'm going ahead and let's see. So the folds go back like this. So here's the edge, and I want that to go to the back. So that's how I'm going to determine how I'm going to close my flaps on the front, because I want this flap to fold over like so. So what I'm going to do is just grab my liquid glue again, and I'm going to actually put some glue right down here on those guys, and then I'm going to put this guy up like that, and then I'm going to put glue here. I'm not sure I'm in the video. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. And this guy here. And then those edges all fold back away from the front of the box. I just think it makes it a cleaner edge and it looks nice. So now I should have assembled my box earlier so that it would stay shut. But normally I will just go ahead and put, you could use a glass block. You could use your glue itself. You could use a bone folder to crease it down and just make sure it's creased really well or glued down really well. But we're going to just say it is. Then let's go ahead and we'll put our hand cream in, our twisted peppermint, and then fold this over. I'm not gluing the top part. Then let's go ahead and take this super cute pom-pom ribbon, and we'll fold it over like this and tie a bow. Now, if you didn't see my information about my craft along, so every month I offer a craft along with me on my Facebook Live, and then of course I post it on YouTube like I do everything. Let me make sure I get back up here where you can see. And so what that is you pre-order the kit to and then I send you all the supplies ahead of time and all the cut kits for the cards so that you can actually craft along with me live, or you always have the video then and you have all the products already so you can make the cards along with me. Oh, I twisted my bow. Let's redo that. I don't like the way that looks. And you get about $25 worth of Stampin' Up! Products. You get some DSP, you get some gems, some ribbon or twine, And then all the pre-cut and scored projects along with envelopes to craft with me. And then you have lots of extra products. This keeps twisting. Doggone you. Don't quit. Keep twisting. Well, we'll just go with it. Let me see if I can turn it inside the bow itself. No, I don't know why it wants to turn. I'll redo it later, but you get the idea. So we're going to tie a big fluffy bow. I like to do fluffy bows on craft fair projects or 3D projects especially, because you can't always do them on your cards. So there we go. We'll call that good. It's not good, but we'll call it good. It'll do. One of my friends from England says it'll do. So let's go ahead and do that. All right. While we're just going to let that sit for a moment, and then we'll finish up. We need a greeting for this. But let me show you the cards we're going to make at my Snowy Wonder craft along so you can see them. And this shows you how I used all those little bits in a card. So this is a card. This is the big round snow globe, obviously. This is a little sneak peek of what we're making. This uses, you can't really see that balance circle, but, and then this one is a little bit of a fancy fold using the snow globe we're using today. And then there's all these adorable other snowflake stamps and trees, and I love this little cabin. So these are the projects we're making. If you're interested in that, just message me and I'll send you the link so you can look at the details, and then if you'd like to register for it, you can. The registration for that closes on the 10th. So just a reminder for that. Make sure I've told you everything. If you need shipping, it's extra. If you're in person, or you can do porch pickup, it's $45. Nope, wrong. Yes, that's right. And then shipping is extra. Shipping is about $9. Shipping has gone up, my friends, quite a bit. But you get a lot of product with that, and then you get a full PDF tutorial with all the dimensions, the step-by-step directions, close-up pictures. So I spend a lot of time on my PDF tutorials, and I think they're really helpful. Anyway, here's our little guy. Let's go ahead and finish him up. Let's take some regular dimensionals. We need a greeting on this, and I don't have that yet, but I'm going to just go ahead and we might put that greeting kind of towards the bottom. I did do a slight amount of prep for that. I do have a little circle here that we're probably going to use for our greeting. I'm not completely sure. So the greetings we have in this stamp set are Season's Greetings, Let It Snow, and Happy New Year. So Let It Snow is actually bigger than, have I got that out? Let me see. I have, no, what do I have out here? I have no greetings mounted, but yes, I do. But how do stamps disappear? That's just another question. Everything goes, I think my dog Teddy gets up here. Okay, here's Happy New Year. We're just going to go with that. This is actually, I think, the only stamp set that has a Happy New Year in it. I could be wrong. Sorry, I got my hair and getting my head in there where you don't really need it. Okay, let's stamp this. This is Poppy Parade ink. This is a circle from the Stylish Shapes. Let me get this closer. Sorry, I'm trying not to get my head in it. Stylish Shapes dies. And then why don't we just stick this little greeting at the bottom here, like so. Okay, there is, let me get some dimensionals. I'm just losing it today. Oh yeah, and the main thing I wanted to do is this little candy cane, you guys. So let's get the candy cane on. there. And that actually is important to the design because it makes a big difference. Now I can't find any dimensionals. Here we go. Here's one. So I'm going to stick this. Let's see. You know what? For this card, maybe we should move this bow to be right on our Happy New Year. And then stick this guy down here, maybe? Not sure. Well, we'll go for it today. I'm going to go ahead and you might want yours in a different place. And I get that because I wasn't quite sure either. There we go. I think that's good. I think that's okay. So we've got our little peppermint hand cream in our little box with all the peppermint candy canes. Now, I'll show you a couple others I made. So this one I made with some new products that just launched in our online store. So check out our new online exclusives if you haven't seen those yet. And this would go perfect since it has all these pinks and gold in it with the peppermint, the little peppermint one I just showed you because it's pink and gold. And then this one I made, and this isn't my favorite one I've made, and it's only, I think, because the paper's black, but the Berry Burst goes perfectly with the Berry Burst hand cream. So those are two other ideas for you. Oh, thank you. Oh, thanks, Kathy. You guys are so sweet. Thank you for all your sweet comments. And if you're watching on YouTube, I'd love for you to comment as well. And then here's a card I made. This is kind of the idea for this snow globe. This is just an extra card I made. I don't think I have anything. Nope, I don't have anything special on the inside. But I really like the way this card turned out, so I used that same idea for the penguin. Oh, and then I'll show you my one. I didn't show you the one I did make, did I? Oh, and here's this one. Now, if you really want a lot of detail, here's this one. I'll take photos of all 4 of these, and I will post them. I will send them to my newsletter subscribers. How's that? So you can see them all. Let me see if I'm in the screen. I'm going to scoot these together to make sure you can see them all. But here I just cut the little penguin out of the DSP. But kind of it's basically the same. And here's that adorable house and the sweet trees. There's just so many cute stamps in this stamp set. Okay, what do you think, everybody? Let me go ahead and bring up the camera so I can see you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got a good idea. This box is super easy. Even if you're not a... Oops, sorry. Too glary. Even if you're not a box maker or a 3D maker, this one's one of the easiest. It's super easy. Anybody can do it, and you have an idea of what to put in it. You could put candy. You could put peppermints. If you use the peppermint, the candy cane paper, you could put peppermints in it or anything like that. So, oh, thanks, Liz is saying it's nice to see the difference between the cutesy and the elegant. So these 2 are more elegant, obviously, and these 2 are super cute. And you could do many variations on this one. I almost put a Poppy Parade base on this guy. Probably should have done that, but oh well. Oh, you can't see him. I was going to say maybe this guy needed a Poppy Parade base instead of the balloon. But you get the idea, and I do think it's a cute gift, and it's not an expensive gift. You could give out quite a few of these if you need something small to give to people. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the multi-purpose glue, the multi-purpose glue to a crafter. What do you mean, Liz? Liz is commenting that something about the multi-purpose glue to a crafter. Probably she means it's really important for a crafter, especially for 3D. So if you haven't had if you aren't friends with green glue, you can be. You can be. We've all been there where it makes us crazy because it sticks to our fingers and it sticks to everything else. But you can do it. Use small little dabs and don't get it too near the edge, and you'll be friends with it. All right, my friends. Oh, Liz is saying just take a new bottle. Here's actually a new bottle, and make this your gift for your friend. That's an excellent idea because it fits perfectly in the box. So there you go. All your crafty friends can use a ball of green glue, and they'll love getting it, and they'll love the boxes in. If you make these boxes, I would love to see what you make. Again, I'll send all the dimensions to my email newsletter list. If you're not subscribed, I'll put a link in the comments to subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, all my links will be in the video description. There's below the video. There's a little caret where it says video description. So click that for my links. And if you have questions, that'll be awesome. We're still commenting. Thanks you guys so much. Kathy Sanford says, I love my green glue, and she gives us a green heart. Oh gosh, you guys, it's so fun to see you and spend time with you. Thanks so much for being here. I'm so sorry I'm late for those of you that tried to watch live. I'll be back next Wednesday with more of my Christmas series. We'll go into project 4 of my Christmas series next Wednesday. I'll see you then. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for your hearts, your comments. I love you. Take care. Bye-bye.